Hello, hello. Welcome to Monday Muse. It's the first one. Hold on. Just getting my bearings here. I want to be able to see it on my computer as well. Let's see. Let's see. There I am. I just want to be able to see if I am making sounds. All right. Just getting my bearings here. Okay, I am. Alrighty. So, oh, I don't want to watch me as I do it. I don't want to. Okay. So, Monday Muse, we are doing sky transitions today. So, that's going to be exciting. And I'm going to kind of. Oh wait, hold on. So it's still playing over on my computer. I don't want to listen to myself as I talk. Okay, there we go. All right. So, when you have a sky and it ends up turning green, probably because you're going from a blue sky into like a yellowy glow sky. Well, yeah, I'm going to show you what that will look like, and I'm going to show you how to avoid it. So, the word of the day is like a transition color, a mediator color. Those are the words that I'm going to be using. So let's start off. Let's do it over here. I always do the right side and then I end up regretting it because I'm a righty. So I really should start with the left side over here. So I'm going to be using a bunch of different pastels today, soft and hard. I'm going to be doing, I do have my Terry Ludwig lights set here, which is really a great set because it's all very light colors, almost white, but not. They have minimal saturation pigment wise. But they still have a little bit of color. So I'm going to have a link to that in the comments after I'm done being live here. But really any brand, they all have wonderful light colors. I just happen to have that. And this will be the first time that I'm using it, actually. Exciting. So this is just a nice light, well, it's more of like a medium-ish blue. Okay. So remember, this is the no-no side. This is the side that we want to avoid. So if you're like, yeah, I'm going to make a sky and it's going to be yellow and glowy and then it's going to transition up to the blue and it's going to be really wonderful. And then you start to blend it and then it starts to turn into a green. It kind of looks like sherbet or something. We don't want a sky like this. So how do we go from a blue sky into a warm glow? Well, number one, these are both very saturated pigments, okay? They're very loud. They have a lot of blue pigment in it. It has a lot of yellow pigment in it, which is fine more for the very ends of our transition. So what we're going to do first here is I'm going to still start off with a louder blue up top because I love this blue. It's almost gone. I'm sad. So this is just the same blue I started with, okay? Now, a transition color is a color that's friends with blue and with a warmer yellowy, let's say cream glow, okay? So I tend to use a pink, and you can see it against the white, how it looks more pinky, because on its own, it almost just looks white. But it does have a pink undertone, so pretty much any pale pink. You could even use the pink from the new pastel set, whichever, but I'm going to be using this guy right here. Now, if you want a little bit more of a transition from the blue to the pink, you could always use a light blue in between as well. So hold on, let me grab a light blue. There's one blue that there's only a little fragment of it left and I have not replenished it. I need to order more. It's called Glacier Blue. It's like, where is it? It's so small now that it's like, I don't even know if I even have any left. Oh, wait, is this it? This is it. Whew. All right, so this is just a light blue you can see here. So I can go from louder, more saturated blue to a lighter blue to my transition color, so my pinky light color. Now, if you don't have a light pink, a white works fine too, because the main thing is that a transition color should have a little bit less pigment in it, so it should be less saturated. Okay, now I can start going into more of my creamy warmth. Now, if I want to go more yellow, I can go down to the yellow underneath this, but I need a healthy transition that's not going to make green. Now, like I said, instead of the pink, you could do white because white is friends with really all the colors. But pink, if anything, you're going to end up with kind of like a nice purpley color, which we all know I'm a fan of. Okay, so that's a nice transition there. Friendly, fun. Okay, and then down here, I should really switch fingers. We're going to stick with this finger. Imagine if we had more fingers. Oh my goodness. That's going to go down into my cream color here. Okay, so let me just do one thing over here. Okay, so we have our blue. We have it faded into our pink, into our warm. Okay, now it's a little Neapolitan looking right now. So if you want to kind of go in and do a little bit more of layering, just so you don't have too much of a stripe fashion. Sometimes I do little circles. If you're interested in working a little more with pastels and you kind of want to know a little bit more technique wise, I do have a pastel techniques course. It's over on createandinspire.art. It talks about all of the Andrea terminology with circular smears, swoops. They are very educational and relatable, I feel. Okay, so that's a little bit more of a softer transition now. So what we want to do is, if we want to really get to this yellow, which honestly, I don't think any sky is supposed to be this yellow or green or any of that. But if you wanted to go a little bit more into that yellowier realm, okay, I don't like that color. Let's use something else. Is this one? No, yellow is a very interesting color. It's just, all right, we're going to use this just for the sake of the demo. A little bit goes a long way because remember, they're more saturated, which means they're stronger, even with a yellow. So I could infuse that to be a little bit yellowier down there. So that's how you're going to get that nice glow, that nice transition. But honestly, yellow for me just is a scary color. It's funny because my house is actually painted yellow. It's called mellow yellow, but in the winter, it's very blaring. Okay, so there's our transition there. Now, say you want to do something where like pink tends to be a great mediator for so many scenarios. So going from, say, like an orangier kind of realm up to a bluer realm, like a almost sunsetted sun into a almost evening sky, that can sometimes be an interesting transition as well. So if we do that, let's do it over here. Let's get a little bit of my darker blue this time. So remember, this is very saturated. And you know what? For people hopping on, I'm going to put a little sad face over here because that's what we're trying to avoid, okay? And then this is the happy face because that's when we used our mediator color. So evening sky, and let's just be transparent here. I'm not looking at any sky pictures. I'm just going in my head and we're talking a little bit about color theory right now, which actually, if you're in person to me, like local to me, I am having a one-day color theory workshop over at a Maker Circle on June 13th, right before I go over to Italy. So come on by. Let's learn some color theory in person. Okay, so here we have our mediator color, but see these values? That's a pretty big jump. So what I like to do when it's a darker sky, guess what color I'm going to pull out? If you said purple, you win. This is like a nice lavender. It's like a middle value lavender color. It's lovely. It's Creta Colors 136, I believe it is. No, I don't know all the numbers. I only keep saying the same numbers. I like using the harder pastels to blend too. They're kind of nice if I don't have any more clean fingers, but I kind of do. So we have our loud blue. We're thinking evening-ish sky. That's going to transition to my purpley. Purple is friends with the pink. We could probably even go one step darker with the pink. This is like, I don't know, this pink might scare me a little. It's very Barbie. But you just don't want to hop too quickly. The skies are wonderful, aren't they? All right, now we're going to go to our lighter pink. Terry Littles are very, very soft pastels. They're new. I usually score them in half. We go down here, and then this is when we can start transitioning more to our warmer color palette. So we could do a little cream, or we could hop right into our orangier realm, because orange and blue, they're not friends. They're nice when they're next to each other, but when they move in, they turn into mud. So think of it that way. So here's a little bit more orangey, and it's friendly with the pink. It's all right with the purple, kind of tends to butt heads a little bit with the purple, but that's okay. Down here, if you want it to be a little louder, you have the ability to go a little louder. I don't normally go that loud. This color scares me, to be honest. This is like sometimes like where you would see like the sun or something down here. Everything has a sound effect. Okay, so transition colors. Let's review this again, because this is really important. Whenever you're doing a sky or a background or something where there's two colors meeting, okay? That doesn't mean monochromatic from dark blue to light blue, because they're just all friends. They're part of the same family. But when you're doing two colors that need to marry in the middle somewhere, you want to make sure that they have a color or are already friends with each other. So if I went from blue to pink, they're fine. They get along great. They're wonderful. But once you want to go into that yellowier, warmer family, you want to try to avoid this green. So that's why you need that mediator color. So pink is a great option here. Purple is always a good option if you're doing something that's going from a little more orangey, peachy to a bluer sky. Purple with a pink, I should say. But play around with your colors, because that's going to really help. And remember, when you have very saturated, loud colors, they're going to have more pigment, which means they're going to make more of an impact. Okay, think of someone with a louder voice versus a quiet voice. These have quieter voices. So color-wise, yes, they are a light value, okay, because they're very white, but saturation-wise, they're very weak because they don't have a lot of pigment in them. So they're not going to be very blaring. They're not going to mix like crazy with other colors in a very abrupt way. So I highly recommend getting some lights. Now, Dakota also has a sample set where they have lights. So they have a bunch of different brands. I know this Terry light set is a great option because we do have a lot of like oranges and pinks and greens and blues and purples, and I just had to have it because it was on sale. So, but a lot of brands have a lot of different light bundles. Like I said, I'm going to put the link for that one in the comments down below, and check that out. The link is to Jackson's. I do love Jackson's. They have a US site. I'm going to be linking it to the US. So if you are not in the US, you might want to go to their non-US site, the whatever it's called over there. The England site, the European site, I don't know. But yes, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'll also put a link to the pastel techniques there too, just so that way you can have a little bit more options to get maybe some little clouds. I'll just do a little cloud here. One finger, one finger, one finger swoop. Ooh, we could turn that into a song. So here we wouldn't necessarily want to do a white cloud, maybe up here, but down here it could be like a silhouetted cloud. Let's use this one. One finger swoop. So check it out. Okay, these are things that I go over in that pastel techniques. So not good, not happy, unless you're going for an apocalyptic end of the world dinosaur kind of sky. Here we have a happy transition. This one's also a happy transition, okay? So thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Hillary. Thanks for joining. Thanks so much for checking it out. And please do me a favor. Share this to your feed, okay? Share it to your feed. If you have any art friends, tell them to check it out. But if you could share it, that would be amazing. And I'll love you forever. All right, so happy Monday, guys. I just started mopping my studio for the first time in like 5 years. I'm super excited to get it clean. All right, I'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.